Over the last year, we've seen huge strides for women in athletics, whether it was playing, coaching, managing, or officiating. These women have set themselves apart, becoming some of the first in their fields or arenas. Change is continuing to happen, and that wouldn't have been possible without those who led and are still leading the way. And we have great examples of that here in Northern Michigan.
There's always a lot of change. We're evolving and people progress. I think that the people before me that were the one and the only probably had the worst.
Every day, women are coming to the forefront, taking leadership positions and breaking barriers, especially in the world of athletics.
Athletics really is a place in our society for centuries and years that really breaks down barriers and makes people that would not otherwise interact come together with a common goal.
We see the effects right here in Northern Michigan, with many female athletic directors, coaches, teachers, and administrators at all levels, setting an example, especially since some of them are some of the trailblazers in their arenas.
The girls can see that they can now do anything they want. You know, I didn't have those people. I'm glad I'm the first, but that's not what I want to be remembered for. I want people to know that they can come after me.
Karen Lenar was an athletic director for almost 4 decades and contributed to high school sports in so many ways. Starting in the 1980s, she said she had a lot of help and support along the way, but there were always some bumps in the road.
When I started, I was very often sitting in a room for a meeting as the only female in the room. Were there bad experiences? Sure there were. Were there off-color jokes? Yeah, but you know what? That was a part of the day. You had to have thick skin.
It was a similar experience for Sault Ste. Marie native Chris Dunbar. After 2 decades of experience as a player, coach, athletic director, and now commissioner of the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, she said for her, it's been about confidence and strength that she gained while being an athlete.
I think that women have shown themselves to be competent. Girls have shown themselves to be competent on the playing field. And I think when you're athletic and you're battling every day on the court or on the field, you get some respect that way. That you're ready to get in there and fight and battle. And I think you're used to that as an athlete growing up. That you're constantly every game you have to prove yourself. And it's just something that you've grown up with and you're used to and you expect when you walk into a room.
She is one of only 4 female league commissioners in Division II, and even before that, in the early stages of her career, she was one of only a few at the table.
For me, it wasn't just being the only female in the room. It was being the only young female in there. I was very fortunate to have some opportunities early in my career. So, you look around at not just males, but considerably older males with more experience.
Another first happened in Mount Pleasant this past year. Amy Fullen was named the first female athletic director in Central Michigan University's history.
I'm just honored to be here, but obviously the great tradition of women that have been leaders, from Fran Koenig to Marcy Weston and Margot Yonker and Christy Fries and Sue Guevara, and honestly just in the state. Obviously women are able to be successful at the highest levels.
The success did not always come easy, and she is part of only 15% of Division I athletic directors that are female.
A lot of people, when I could say I aspired to do this, to be honest, early on people kind of laughed because I think there were 3 when I was in college, and there's a lot more today. But a lot of people opened doors and let me sit at tables, and that was a credit to a lot of men, as many women that were breaking the barriers, because if they didn't let me have that opportunity, I wouldn't be prepared and be able to be in the athletic director role.
All 3 women had different journeys and experiences, but agree on a few things. There has been change, but it's not quite where it needs to be.
We can accomplish what needs to be done on a daily basis and do it well. And gender shouldn't be a part of it, but it is, and it probably will be for a long time.
You can tell sometimes that you're one of the few around, but at the same time, I think life can be hard and success comes in many different forms. And I think sometimes you realize how fortunate you are if you're one of the few in the room to have that opportunity.
Confidence, grace, and hard work goes a long way. And to be successful, surround yourself with good and supportive people. And to be those people when you make it where you want to go.
You want to hang around and be around people that help you get to where you want to go. And a lot of people have been in the shoes of where you want to be. So don't be afraid to reach out, and I hope I can be helpful along the way.
These are just 3 women who have made their way, but there are plenty more examples in our area that are influencing others to go after what they want and do what they love.